This is Nightline. Tonight, the girl in the trunk, a 14-year-old missing for months. Her body discovered in a Tesla belonging to the rising music star, David.
He was ready for this career that was about to blow up.
You have this young, beautiful girl found, dismembered, stabbed, mutilated.
The trove of evidence emerging, and how investigators say the teen's cell phone helped them unravel the mystery.
What was the precipitating event that you believe led to the murder?
Plus, the show that's had America saying, "Yes, chef."
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
The Bear setting the table for its final season of chaos, drama, and dysfunction.
I like that. I like that positivity.
Cousin.
I'm trying to be a positive teammate.
Yeah, not now.
We're with the Emmy-winning cast serving up the big feels.
The show is really about these people like finding their purpose, and that's like so universally understood.
What they say is the hardest part about closing time for the series.
How would you all describe season 5?
And Dolly's pit stop, the country legend making a surprise appearance for the grand opening of her new truck stop, offering up Southern hospitality with her 9-to-5 inspired coffee.
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life.
From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, disturbing new details in the murder case against the rising music star known as David, who denies all charges. A trove of evidence from investigators, including new texts and photos. Now, a video surfacing of the singer and 13-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez together, racking up millions of views online. Authorities say she was threatening to expose their sexual relationship, and David was worried that would cost him everything.
Yo, wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one?
It looks like at the beginning, it's just a guy and a girl seemingly joking, having fun on this live stream, and people are commenting as they're sort of talking and having fun.
David is a young man who could have been a superstar. And Celeste was a child who could have done anything with her life.
Celeste is 13. David is 18. It's one of the few videos we have of the two of them together, if not the only video.
I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
What really happened to Celeste Rivas Hernandez? At the heart of this story, there's that question.
We need to delete this.
Moss, can we delete all VODs? Oh my, delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
New details in the investigation surrounding the death of a teenage girl.
Celeste Rivas' death continues to be shrouded in mystery.
Her badly decomposed remains wrapped in plastic discovered inside the trunk of this black Tesla.
It's every parent's nightmare. You have this young, beautiful girl found, dismembered, stabbed, mutilated in the trunk of a car.
There are so many questions here, and now we actually may have some answers, and they are horrifying.
My name is Stephen McCarty. I am a parkour coach. I also coach gymnastics and ninja.
Yeah! That's it. That's it.
I met David around 2018 at the first gym. He was in our ninja and parkour mix program. Him and his brother, they both worked really hard. Everything on the surface, very normal, very religious and God-centered family. I did notice a shift from being into parkour, music being more a part of his time and his identity. I liked his music, actually. I mean, I went to his show. Yeah, I had backstage passes, so I got to hang out with him for a little bit.
So is this show like the last time you saw him?
This was the last time that I saw him, which was also why I told him what I told him about, you know, watching his surroundings and the people that he's gonna be around. Watch yourself and watch your back.
So it was August of 2025, and I was getting ready to anchor one of our shows called ABC News Live Prime. And I was told, you have this interview with this young star named David. So his name is actually David Anthony Burke, but the way he spells his name is D4VD. And that was actually a username that he had when he was gaming.
David, welcome
How we
to
doing?
ABC News Live.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was ready for this career that was about to blow up.
For a record to become a hit, it usually takes a lot of money, right? But he had Romantic Homicide that hit the Billboard charts.
In the back of my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry.
You could imagine that the phones are just ringing off the hook. Who is this guy? Let's get him a label. Let's bring him in.
We learned that David had met Celeste online in some chat forum, and they had originally developed an online sort of communication relationship.
Celeste grew up just outside LA. Her parents are immigrants from El Salvador, and she has some older siblings, and by all accounts, it seems like she was really loved.
They began having a sexual relationship when she was approximately 13 years old. That continued all the way through her 14th birthday.
What was the precipitating event that you believe led to the murder?
There was some indication that Celeste was unhappy with the status of their relationship. She had potentially threatened David that she might out the fact that he was involved in a sexual relationship with a minor.
Law enforcement says that's not just a gap, that's rape. That's sex with a minor who cannot give consent.
April 23rd, 2025 is the last day Celeste Rivas Hernandez is seen alive.
According to law enforcement, David and Celeste were texting throughout the day. At night, he sends an Uber for her to pick her up at her home and drop her off at his home, sometime between 8:40 p.m. and then dropping off at 10:10 p.m. It's not a short trip. It's some 70 miles, about an hour and a half away.
The medical examiner's report determined that Celeste had died from what were believed to be puncture wounds to her abdomen. But the nature of the injuries was consistent with that of a stab wound or being stabbed with some sort of sharp instrument.
Stabbing someone requires close proximity, and it generally is a crime of passion. This girl suffered.
David Burke then started spinning a web of lies to try to create an alibi for his whereabouts.
A week after the murder, he's been busy, he's been promoting, he's doing all of that, but now prosecutors say that he uses a fake name, Victoria Mendez, to start ordering more things, and what he orders that day, 2 chainsaws.
A few days later, David is back on Amazon ordering things again, ordering a heavy-duty laundry bag, a body bag, and a blue inflatable pool.
It's really disturbing when you think about the timeline, because what prosecutors say is that this body was in the house for 12 days before he allegedly dismembered her, and then puts her in this car, and the car is just sitting on this property for months as this body is decomposing. It's really troubling.
By all accounts, that Tesla stays inside David's garage or on his property from May of 2025 until the end of July.
Prosecutors say that he actually gets in the car, David. He starts driving about 400 feet, not too far. He moves the car and he parks it on the street. And prosecutors say he's the last person to drive that car, and they know that because they have evidence, including surveillance video.
The disturbing discovery in the trunk of a car involving a famous musician and his Tesla.
September 8th, from what I recall, was a clear, sunny, warm day. We received the call sometime in the early afternoon hours.
I get an alert on my phone. This car had actually been towed, and it was in an impound lot. And there was this strong smell of decay coming from the car. And that's why police were called.
So this is the worst case scenario.
They opened the trunk, and what they found was straight out of nightmares.
When the trunk of the car was opened and the officers looked in to see the contents, they saw what appeared to be a partially dismembered and badly decomposed body.
It doesn't take them very long to find out who the car belongs to. It's registered to David.
We've been talking about all of this evidence, but investigators say some of the strongest evidence came when they raided David's house.
He's away on tour. He's not even there. But apparently what they found inside the house, that's what allowed them to start connecting the dots.
David pled not guilty to all charges against him. His attorneys issued a statement that said, "The actual evidence in the case will show that David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he was not the cause of her death. We will vigorously defend David's innocence."
David Burke's legal team did not respond to ABC News' request for comment. For much more on this story, including how investigators say they linked Celeste Rivas Hernandez to David's home on the night she died, watch The Girl in the Trunk, now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu. When we come back, it's closing time at The Bear, the beloved series about chaos and connection in a high-end restaurant kitchen. We're with the Emmy-winning cast dishing on those last orders.
How would you all describe season 5?
Welcome back. The show that had us all saying, yes, chef, well, The Bear, with a whopping 21 Emmy Awards under its belt, now dropping its 5th and final season. ABC's Linsey Davis sat down with the cast to talk about how it felt to serve up those final meals.
You ready?
Chef!
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Fans have been obsessed with the catchphrases,
Say yes, chef.
Yes, chef. Chaos and cooking of The Bear. The FX show includes all the ingredients of a massive hit: drama in the kitchen, family dysfunction, and an all-star cast. Now the show is keeping the fires burning for hungry fans in its 5th and final season.
Every second counts, baby.
How would you all describe season 5?
This is very much a return to the nucleus of the restaurant and the team, and it's this one day, almost like a sports movie almost.
I feel like everybody's on top of their game. All the characters are really able to shine and feel like supported and confident.
The Bear has been massively acclaimed, winning 21 Emmys and 5 Golden Globes over its run. The show's even reignited interest in dining culture itself, drawing crowds to real-life Chicago restaurants it features on screen.
Pick up for Richard.
The new season of the award-winning series picks up right where season 4 left off. Jeremy Allen White, originally known for the raunchy comedy Shameless.
Are you and I breaking up?
You're cute, but I'm your tutor.
Returns as troubled but brilliant chef Carmi Berzatto, who walked away from the restaurant he founded in the season 4 finale.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm out.
I'm gonna miss the character, I'm gonna miss the environment. All of our cast and crew have created such an original world. It feels so specific.
In the last season, the team comes together for one last climactic dinner service at their restaurant following Carmi's departure. Wacky order for the Bear was canceled. Got nothing for you guys. Sorry.
Excuse me, sorry. Who canceled the Wagyu?
Ayo Edibiri returns as co-chef Sydney Adamu, role that helped transform her from a rising comedian into one of Hollywood's brightest stars.
I don't listen to the world. I listen to my crew.
Do you feel that viewers will find there's closure?
I hope so. I mean, I think in the way that feels true to our show. People have reached, I think, places in certain individual journeys that I think it feels true to the characters and the world of the show, too.
How are you doing? Me? Yeah. I'm struggling. Thank you for asking.
Eben Moss-Bachrach returns as fan favorite Richie, Carmi's cousin, who won over viewers with a redemption arc.
He's lost and he's unmoored and he's deeply in grief. The world around him has changed. He doesn't feel at home in his world, really, his city anymore. And through the course of the series, he finds his purpose.
Drive.
Okay, guys, we're gonna refire.
I think when someone's been down and they get some light, I don't know, it's beautiful to celebrate and to go on a ride out of a tunnel and into the light with somebody.
We have each other and nothing left to lose.
Real-life chef Maddie Matheson plays Carmi and Richie's childhood friend throughout the series.
Maddie, you were the only real chef when the show started.
Yeah.
What did you think about the progress that your co-stars made with their skills in the kitchen?
They made my job easy. You know, every season everyone just got more dialed. They cared a lot, they put in the work.
How close does the bear get to the real life thing?
Kitchens are intense. I always say it's like very close to like theater. We gotta show up. System. We're live. We prepped all day. The vibe's weird. Us, this group, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna do it together. Restaurants are very similar to that.
And Lionel Boyce plays Marcus, the restaurant's dedicated and sensitive pastry chef.
Do you have a different appreciation now when you go to a restaurant for what goes into it?
100%. I think the biggest thing now to me is the empathy for how all restaurants, no matter how good, bad, successful, or unsuccessful they are, all their heads are just below water and they're just fighting to stay alive.
Do you think that you'll keep chefing it up in the kitchen?
I could hope and dream that I would, but I know the reality is that I won't.
No. For the actors who've been honing their skills in the kitchen since 2022, the end is bittersweet.
But we're here together.
I like that. I like that positivity.
Something just resonates. What do you think it is about the bear that kept people going back, even though it's this very highly stressful environment?
One of the things that the show does explore really well is that feeling, and that feeling of like your second family, your found family, and the impact that you can have on each other's lives.
At its core, the show is really about these people like finding their purpose, and that's like so universally understood.
Our thanks to Linsey, and bravo to the cast. The final season of The Bear is now streaming on FX and Hulu. And you can see more with the cast on All Access with Linsey Davis on ABC News Live Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And when we come back, Dolly Parton making a surprise appearance. What was the big occasion? And finally, Dolly Parton has a truck stop, and it's open for business. It's tonight's Nightline.
How's everybody doing today out in that hot, boiling sun?
The 9 to 5 singer. Thrilling fans at the grand opening of Dolly's Tennessean travel stop.
Spent my whole life traveling on the road, so.
Her rare appearance coming after recent show cancellations due to health issues.
Nothing major, but I did have to cancel some things so I could be closer to home.
The stop, midway between Nashville and Huntsville, Alabama, serves up gas and EV charging stations, refreshments, Dolly-themed photo ops, and merch, as well as a Dolly Parton dog park. Now that's full service. That's Nightline. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night, America.